Hi everyone, you have installed Python 3.7 and PyCharm IDE. Next, we want to set up a project on your computer. First, you need to create a folder on your computer and name the folder something like your name _ CS _ labs. This is the place we'll be using to store the class exercises and the projects. Next, go to taskbar and launch PyCharm as administrator. Last lesson, I told you to create the button or pin the PyCharm application on the taskbar. So this is a quicker way to launch. If you have never run PyCharm before, this is the screen you will see the first time when you launch PyCharm. It basically shows the version of PyCharm. In my case, is version 2019.1.3. And it gives you option to create new project or open existing project. In our case, we want to create a new project. So click Create New Project. Now you see on the location, it shows say/lin_cs_labs. Of course, on your computer, it should say something with your name _CS_labs. Now let's change the project location to Python sandbox. Expand project interpreter and make sure you select this new environment using virtual env. By default, it is using this new environment, so you probably don't need to change anything. Just to double check, the location is say/yourname_CS_labs/Python sandbox. And also make sure the base interpreter is installed in this C program files. And now click Create. After PyCharm completes setting up the project for you, you should see a screen similar to this. Now you may have a different screen with a different background color. That's because the default theme is different from mine. If you want to change that theme, you can go to File, Settings, and Appearance. Make sure you change the theme to IntelliJ. That way you will have a similar background as mine. So, okay. Now, I also have enabled this toolbar here. Open, save, and synchronize. If you don't see this, I think you can go to View and select Toolbar. Now go back to File, Settings. We want to add Package. Go to Project. Select Project Interpreter. Noticing there's a little plus button over here. And click it. Now this is a packages manager. Now type pygame. So this is the package we want to download for later development. It is called Python game development, but we will be using it pretty much for graphics. We also want to select a specific version. Now from what are available, we want to choose a stable release version. If you say the version appended with RC, that's not a final release version. RC stands for release candidate. And if you see the version number appended with dev 1, 2, 3, I guess they are not final release version either. They are still in development. So we want to select a release version. So let's pick 1.9.6 and click Install Package. Now it's installing. This may take a little bit. And also make sure when you launch PyCharm, you launch it in administrator's mode. That way you can install. Otherwise, you probably will see some error messages popping up here. Now we have this Pygame installed successfully. We can close it. And also click OK. Now this lesson will be using Python console to do some basic arithmetics. If you go to Tools, Python console, this will open the PyCharm console. So this right 3 arrows is the command prompts. This is the place you can type Python commands or Python statements. There are other ways of opening the Python console. For example, you can go to terminal, you type py, now you see the same prompts. We don't use the terminal for our exercise. Let's stick with this Python console. If you don't see this console again, you go to Tools and click Python console to open it. Now the Python console is activated. We can use this to exercise some simple arithmetics such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. Now let's move this window up. Let's make it a little bigger. Now in Python, the addition operator is plus. For example, 3 plus 4 is 7. 9 plus 6, 15. Of course, you can, if you are interested, you can really make 9999 plus a very big number. Yep, Python is very good at doing a big number arithmetic. What about subtraction? Subtraction symbol is this minus sign. For example, 5 minus 3, 2. 3 minus 6 is minus 3. Now the multiplication symbol is a little different than our daily multiplication symbol. In Python language, actually in a lot of other languages, the multiplication symbol or operator is this star or asterisk. For example, 3 times 2, you use this asterisk. 8. 9 times 4 times 2. Yeah, you can change this multiplication. 72. So that's correct. What about division? In Python, the division symbol or operator is slash. This is still the division symbol used by a lot of other languages such as Java, C#, C++. So let's do a division. 5 divided by 1 is 5, obviously. 5 divided by 2, it should be 2.5. Yes, correct. Now there's a very interesting operator in Python language. It's called floor division. The symbol is double slash. Basically, floor division gives you the integer part of the quotient. It drops the decimal part. For example, if we repeat the division from the above, but this time we use floor division. 5 divided by 2, but this time we want to just get the integer part of it. It shall be 2. Okay, yeah, indeed it is 2. And the floor division, in other words, it returns the maximum integer that is less than the quotient. Now we have covered addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division. The last operator we want to exercise is power. The power in Python is double asterisk. So for example, 2 to the power of 2 is basically just 2 squared. It's 4. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. It's basically 2 cubed. All right, so these are the very simple mathematics, arithmetics in Python. Now, today's assignment for you is just to go home and get yourself familiar with PyCharm IDE. For example, you can exercise how to open the Python console. If you don't like the default theme or the theme I picked up, you can change it, but don't change other options or settings. Now, you want to probably get yourself familiar with the keyboard. Get yourself familiar with where the symbols are, and exercise some mathematics in this interactive Python console. Now, that's the end of this class. Thank you. See you next time.